One of the aspects that needs to be considered when looking to lose weight is insulin resistance, and this is just one of the many variables that needs to be in balance. The body needs certain balance to remain healthy and function properly, and we can clearly see this in the case of hormones. The reason why it's because the majority of all the hormones can affect each other, therefore it's crucial to keep them well in balance. The reason to mention all of this is because great amount of insulin in the blood can create several different things throughout the body. One of those factors is doing lots of exercise and not seeing any results. When this happens, you won't be able to burn fat because insulin stops the process of lipolysis, which is the mechanism of breaking down fats and utilizing to create energy for the body. So how can we overcome this? First, we need to know if we are actually resistant to insulin, and for that you can have a test done with your doctor or simply by paying attention to your patterns, because there are lots of symptoms such as craving sweets, feeling sleepy, for example after eating lots of carbohydrates or refined carbohydrates, upset stomach after eating, an elevated heart rate after eating sugar, or the moment you start eating sweets you get the feeling that you can't stop, or they need to eat sugar, especially at night, and all is related to insulin resistant and also parasites. More fat on the abdomen area, and the reason for this is because hormones have a predetermined area where it tends to accumulate fat. For example, having high levels of estrogen can accumulate more fat around the thighs, or cortisol, which can accumulate on the back of the neck, face, and upper back. But another set of symptoms are hypertension, diabetes, cardiovascular problems, and all are related to insulin resistance. Now that you know what insulin resistance is, how does it affect our body? Well, the first and most obvious answer is that you won't be able to burn any fat. The second aspect is that bad cholesterol levels are going to go up and good cholesterol levels are going to go down. This also creates an increase in IGF-1, which stimulates the production of cells that can produce eventually tumors. Now, to put this into perspective, if we go back in time, we used to consume about 20 spoons of sugar per person per year. Today, you can find out that most of the consumption, it's almost half our body weight. And this is obviously eye-opening, especially now knowing how detrimental it can be consuming lots and lots of sugar. Naturally, following better eating habits that include foods with low glycemic index will benefit you and help you to consume less sugar. But if you say, no, I don't consume lots of sugar, you're wrong. Well, that's good, because remember, the levels that I just mentioned, these are just averages, which means that you can be above or below the average, but still within the same amount of sugar consumption. But if we compare only about 20 spoons of sugar per person per year versus consuming about 60 plus pounds of sugar per person, we can see how great these numbers are. And if you were to consume only 20 spoons per year, you would understand what no sugar consumption is like. One of the biggest factors that is neglected is not knowing that all foods contain sugar. More than 80% of industrialized foods have some form of sugar that will keep you buying more and more of it. And that's how industry works, and this is how they keep people buying more and more of it. So by now we know what insulin resistant is, but the real question is, how do I get rid of it? First, once you know that you are in fact insulin resistant, and you can measure this with a test, and from there observe the effects of the changes in your eating patterns or exercises. And the reason to approach it in this fashion is because most of the people, when they don't see fast results, they stop exercising, they stop eating better. But when you know that you started with a certain insulin level, let's say about 20, and as you ate better and exercised, they came down to 10, you might not see the results physically, but you can now observe that it is working. And all you have to do now is to give time to your body to make the change. One supplement that it can help you on top of exercising and eating better is chromium picolinate. But the main factor that I want you to take away from this video is that you can change insulin resistance. And doing this will greatly benefit your health and the rest of your life. And doing it is very simple, doing a low glycemic diet with exercise and a simple supplement like chromium picolinate which is really easy to get, by the way, and very inexpensive. These are simple ways to get rid of insulin resistance. And the way that I would suggest approaching this is by simply lowering carbohydrates little by little, and then you can adjust things in the future. But for now, the important aspect is to lower the amount of sugar in your diet. And if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, leave us a comment, and let us know what else you'd like us to cover. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. See you on the next one.